Good evening and welcome to another fantastic episode of Sega Sonic Radio. I am your host as always, GX aka Chris aka the Spin Dash, and we've got about 2 hours of fantastic Sega and Sonic tunes for you tonight. On a little bit of a delay from yesterday. Thank you everyone for bearing with me through the weirdness. We want to talk about this week's theme, Goes Hard. Boy, the weather sure did go hard yesterday. I got off fairly easy. The electricity was merely blinking in and out a couple times. It was just breezy and windy, but wound up chasing down my neighbor's garbage can to put it in a more secure location for them. I have friends who have lost power since last night. I went food shopping today, and one of the houses I normally pass to get there just had a massive uprooted tree sitting in their front yard. Like, it was quite nasty out. So, all the reason to just kind of, just delay a day while we, let things settle and deal with the aftermath and hopefully pick some things up and help some people out and get back to life. We've got some requests for you tonight following tonight's theme, but before we start off, why don't we kick it off with some quick In the Loop, because we got no, that's music. No. Didn't refresh it well enough. Okay, here we go. This week's question in the Loop, I asked you guys, what's the most difficult Sonic game moment you've experienced? I'm gonna split it up a little bit throughout the episode, but the first one we get comes in from Glimmer, who says, I remember having a very hard time trying to get through the Pirate Storm Die Hard challenge in Sonic and the Secret Rings. I kept falling a whole bunch of times trying to time my jumps without falling into the water. Yeah, like, just getting through the levels in Sonic Secret Rings is, it's pretty fun. It's alright. It's not that hard getting through the levels, but once you get into the missions are kind of nasty. I mean, it's true with both that and Black Knight. Although I have lower opinions of Black Knight on the whole, but you get the idea. Yeah, it can be very tricky with those missions. Epically Epic Guy says, definitely the Master King Coco trial in Sonic Frontiers Update 3. Still haven't beat it to this day. We had a lot of people write in specifically about things in Final Horizon. Final Horizon is a nasty piece of work. I got annoyed with some of its design, and I decided to cheat and install mods, because I did not want to put up with it. I had zero patience for what that expansion was doing, so I just cheated my way through it. And if I didn't need to talk about it for the website, I probably would have just quit without finishing it, without even doing so with cheating. So we also have a few more that we will jump in later in the show, but we're going to kick things off with a request from Cortex Games and a request from Knuckles87 here on chat. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in a bit.
World and I'm not looking back. hours after Tungus stood out in the dirt.
Disturbing a face, look into my eyes. Now tell me the things you love about behind my back. The genius is deep, I hold his heart to break down. It's too late for apologies, it's scarred and some things may break me, but always get back out. New perspective gain from all the pain and stress. And when I do come back, I'm stronger than ever before. So kneel down, disturbing a beach. Look into my eyes. Now tell me the things you love about behind my back. The goodness in me. I hold his heart to break down. It's too late for
That was Endless Possibility from Sonic Unleashed, as requested by QuirtX Games, followed by It's Going Down Now from Persona 3 Reload, requested by Knuckles87, wrapping it up with That's the Way I Like It, Sonic Adventure Music Experience version 2016 from the Sonic Adventure Music Experience album. Hope you enjoyed. A good way to kick it off with a episode that goes hard. Speaking of which, we have a Spinbox coming at you. First of the episode. This one's coming in from SSJ22 Terrace, who asks, do you like hard games? Are there any difficult challenges in games you like to do or have liked? Generally speaking, I would say it's not that I specifically like hard games. There are games that are difficult that I like. But there aren't many that I specifically like because they are hard. Like, I like Mega Man games. I would feel comfortable describing Mega Man games as, generally difficult. But, I like them. I don't necessarily like them because they're difficult. I like them because of how they feel, how they are designed, the things that the character can do. But then also they are difficult on top of that. At the same time, there is, I'll say bad difficulty. There is such a thing as bad difficulty. I'm currently playing, I guess you would call it a 100% run of Mario Galaxy 2. And what Mario Galaxy 2 does is once you get the initial 120 stars, it opens up a new campaign where they functionally double the number of stars across the entire game, except now it turns into, the weird hide and seek. I don't know, we hit it in weird places and go find it throughout the levels, and I look at it, I just kind of look at it and think, there's maybe one interesting place that you've put these per level, and the rest of them just feels like incredible padding that I'm kind of getting tired of. It is I do want to see it through to the end. But yeah, it just does it makes some design choices that feel unnecessarily mean-spirited. Things like, oh, well, you've skipped where the star is. I guess you can't get it this run without dying or restarting. You didn't do the triple jump in the exact time that you were supposed to. I'm sorry, that was your only shot. That's stuff I don't particularly love. I'd say some of the hardest stuff I do that I do enjoy legitimately is about a year back I got real into retro achievements, and I'm kind of taking a break from them for now, but there's definitely retro achievements where it's like, okay, someone put interesting thought into how to twist this gameplay to get it done. Things like, oh, get through this entire stage without touching the floor, or get through this entire level only as small Mario or something, and trying to figure out how to work within those constraints. There was a really interesting one for Donkey Kong Country 2 where you had to get through an entire stage in the Bayou level theme without ever touching the ground, or at least only touching the ground once. And it took me many tries. No, the hard one was you had to get through that stage, but you couldn't kill a single enemy. And it was a level that was very much built around, no, you jump off of enemies onto other enemies in order to actually get through. So you had to really figure out how to thoroughly utilize Dixie's powers in weird ways to manipulate where you can jump and land without actually killing any enemies. I like difficulty through weird manipulation of game mechanics. But I specifically like it when it's like, if you fail, the cost of failure isn't too bad. Like, the lower the cost of failure, the more acceptable the level of difficulty tends to be for me. So, you know, like the Meat Boy idea. Like, hey, you died, oh, just try again. Just keep going. Just keep going. It's hard, but you're gonna get there. Just keep throwing yourself at it. Don't skip a beat. Just keep going. And we're gonna keep going with a request from Terrace, as well as a request from Glimmer, and a request from Master Lex Stadium. Let's take a listen to some Project Chaos. Catch you guys on the other side. Hey, welcome back. That was Malicious Fingers from Sonic 3 and Knuckles Project Chaos, an OC Remix album. You can find that and so many more over at ocremix.org. This particular one was by Snappleman, one of the most, we'll say, famous Sonic fan music projects out there, even to this day. A pretty significant one, and as Knuckles87 over in staff brought on, was like, yeah, if you were a Sonic fan in the 2000s decade, good chance you had this on regular rotations. We followed that up. Oh, of course, that was requested by SSJ22 Terrace. We followed that up with Undefeatable from Sonic Frontiers, requested by both Glimmer and Master Lex Stadium. And wrapping it up with The Executioners from Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. We got a quiz. I think it's a good time for a Quizzone. Let's bring up that Quizzone. We got a Quizzone for you. And what is your Quizzone? Well, I'm going to test your Sonic trivia skills. As always, you are welcome to guess in chat if you want. If you don't want to guess in chat, and you don't want to be spoiled, you can always hide chat, and we'll let you know the answer after the song. Your quiz question for the beginning of the show is... what Sonic game includes 5 ninja-styled Chow that are only obtainable via the Japanese version or via special events? Get your guesses in, and while you do, I picked some ninja-style tracks with Shinobi, Art of Vengeance. Take a listen, enjoy, and I'll let you know the answer after. welcome back. That was Unleashed Fury from Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Quizzone, one more time, is... What Sonic game includes 5 ninja-styled chow that are only obtainable via the Japanese version or special events? And Sonic Trainer was right on the money. This was, in fact, Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. Interesting thing, there are 5 viral chow, which looks suspiciously like Ninja Turtle style ninja chow. However, they were intended to release through specialized event downloads, kind of in the same way that, like, you know, event Pokemon would release. However, only one of them ever actually released in the US. Basically because Sonic Chronicles was not a popular game, and it turned out that having event chow like this wasn't really a great idea. Also, Sonic Chronicles isn't really a game that has a post-game in the same way. It's not replayable in the same way that Pokemon... Like, I don't know why you would do that, but okay. It's a strange thing to do. There are codes that you can get to unlock them in the Japanese version of the game, and only in the Japanese version of the game, except for one. Except for one, because one of them is glitched and can either soft lock or hard lock, I forget. I think it just soft locks your game if you do that. Soft locks your current play session if you use it. So, like, they only released 4, and if you have the American version, I think you can action replay into them, but they're called Viral Chow. It's very strange. But now you know. There's some Ninja Chow buried deep in Sonic Chronicles. Were they associated with any story content? Not to my knowledge. The Chow, like, the only story-related Chow I can think of in that game is cheese, and that's because you get cheese whenever Cream joins your party as a member. So, goodbye, Sonic Chronicles. Statistically speaking, you will probably not be missed. You can trade Chow like Pokemon. I don't see a value in doing that in that game. I do not see any meaningful value in trading and collecting Chow in that game. However, I do see value in some in the loop. Your words have value, and we're bringing them back up. SSJ22 Terra says, the can't touch this achievement in Sonic Generations. It wasn't nearly the first game I ever got the Platinum on, or it was nearly the first game I ever got the Platinum Trophy on, but I couldn't get the achievement. Honorable mention to Sonic Heroes Special Stages, I've also never beaten them all. Sonic Heroes Special Stages are functionally broken. They're just kind of broken. So, I don't know what to tell you. They're not good. They're like, if you decide to run to the top of the stage, your character can just get stuck. Why will they get stuck? Who knows? Physics just don't work in that game properly. They just don't. But yeah, Sonic Generations, generally fun to chase achievements on, except for the part where the Time Eater is not a fun boss to play against. Hasboomy says, I used to always keep falling off the track in Babylon Garden and Sonic Riders until I figured out a trick with drifting. There's also Lava Mountain Act 2, which was agonizing with its blind jumps and one-hit deaths. And don't get me started on the Master Coco trial. Yep, that trial again. Just difficulty there. Sonic Riders. There are a lot of people who like Sonic Riders. I am not one of them. My stance remains, there is one good Sonic Riders game, and it is Sonic Racing CrossWorld. And that is a very good Sonic Riders game. It is better than all of the other Sonic Riders games combined. D says, Metropolis Zone in Sonic 2. I have specifically never been able to beat Act 3. The boss in Act 3, quite a challenge. And unless you know the stage pretty well, it can be fairly easy to run out of lives there. Maybe give Origins a shot. Sonic Origins might help clean some of that up, especially with infinite lives. Might be worth a try. Infinite lives and maybe playing as Tails. That'd probably help out. We've got some requests. We've got a request in from Mio and another one from Clara the Cat. So I hope you enjoy. For Mio's request here, they requested a menu theme, and menu theme was not part of the official soundtrack, but I do believe this is a fairly close equivalent, except with some lyrics. So I hope you enjoy, and catch you guys on the other side. Welcome back, I say. Welcome back, I say. That was Ungratify Electro Extended from Sonic Riders Shooting Star Story. Original soundtrack, Zero Gravity Tracks. It's Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, but it's specifically the album because it has a special remix on the album that isn't necessarily in the game, except it kind of is in the game because it's a menu theme, except this version of it has lyrics, and you get the idea. It's requested by Neo. We also had Planet Wisp Act 2 from Sonic Colors Ultimate, requested by Claire the Cat. Wrapping it up with Wacky Workbench, US version from Sonic CD. Before we go ahead and get into our next segment of songs, we've got Spinbox for you from Keanu the Hedgehog, who asks, what's the hardest boss you've ever faced in a 3D Sonic game, in your opinion? And why is it the hardest? Oh boy, I will tell you, the Sonic Advance games have particularly nasty supersonic boss fights. I remember them being particularly difficult, including in recent attempts. They become even more difficult whenever you mod the game to hide the HUD, therefore not being able to see how many rings you have. That makes those boss fights especially difficult, not knowing exactly how much bandwidth you have to attack the boss. But I just remember it being so weird and difficult trying to line up the shots. No, they're not 3D. You're right, Keibuki. If it's 3D Sonic games... I definitely do not much care for Time Eater. I find Time Eater to be inscrutable as a boss fight. I find it very difficult to even figure out what a successful run against Time Eater in the console version of Sonic Generations would look like. It feels messy, which is funny because none of the other boss fights in that game feel as bizarre and fuzzy as that one does. All the other ones are kind of, pretty good and otherwise straightforward. But Time Eater's weird. Time Eater's very weird. I can't think of any others that really jump out as me as hard as that one does, but, there's a few I have not played recently. Ones I haven't played recently, like Sonic Unleashed, Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't think I ever beat the Sonic 06 boss, the final boss. I probably have played the final stage before, but not really the final boss for it. But yeah, I'm just going with Time Eater. Time Eater's weird. Time Eater's a weird one. I don't get it. I don't get how you made it. I don't get what you do in it. I don't get what you do. It is a weird one. It feels like specifically the 2D sections are a weird afterthought where it's like, I don't know, just survive long enough, get rings in these so that you can actually do something of value in the 3D portions. It's a weird boss fight. But what isn't so weird are some requests, including one from Keanu the Hedgehog and one from MFA. So hope you enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. That was Rumble Rave Remix from Sonic Frontiers, requested by Keanu the Hedgehog, followed up by Eggman Expo from Sonic Racing CrossWorld, requested by MFA. Wrapping it up with Slingshot from Daytona USA 2, Battle on the Edge. That, I think it's about time. I think it's about time for a fight. Let's start a fight! It's time for a music fight. Every week, we ask you to pit two songs against each other in the field of battle. And like a little popularity contest. Nothing big or fancy. This week's fighters are Through the Fire from Sonic and the Black Knight, and Going My Way from Sonic Runners. You voted. We have your winner with 62% of the votes. Here it is, Through the Fire. That was your winner for the week, Through the Fire. Let's take a preview of next week's bout. Next week's music fight will be Reach for the Stars from Sonic Colors versus Cross the Worlds from Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. And yes, the fight from this week was somewhat close. There was only 2 votes apart between our winner and our non-winner. You can get your votes in starting Monday by keeping an eye out on our various socials, be it, Twitter, Discord, Blue Sky, and the forums. I'll make sure to link it out there for you to vote starting Monday. And yes, as Knuckles87 brings up, this is indeed randomly chosen. It decided to choose 2 main themes of 2 games. So, I do not put my thumb on the scale for these. I put up what it suggests, and the only suggestion is if it's truly a small song, like the Extra Life tone is not something that I would ever put in the competition here. But if it is a legitimate song and not just a very tiny jingle, it goes up in the music fight. And I picked 2 hard hitters this week, so get your votes in on Monday, and we will see who the winner is next week. We got a quick few in the loops before we go ahead back to music. One of them's from Keanu the Hedgehog, who says, "For me, it's obviously the King Coco Trials from Sonic Frontiers Final Horizon update, because I played it on hard mode and it took me several tries to beat every Titan with limited rings, and I finally beat it on the hardest difficulty." Congrats on that. It's quite impressive. Medium on that game is in Final Horizons is more difficult to me than hard in the main game. It's baffling to me. And I will tell you, they adjust the parry window based on your difficulty setting. So the harder you play, or the harder you set the difficulty to, the more narrow the parry window is, down to like fractions of a second. It's insane. It seems like a bad choice to just add willy-nilly as an extra... You know what? If they had you do the bosses separately and just say, adapt to this and then fight each boss separately and beat all 4 of them, but you don't have to beat all 4 of them in a single run, maybe that's a little bit more understandable to me. It's the part where they have you do the boss run with all of them with this new mechanic that is forced upon you. It's a weird choice. I don't get it. I don't like it. MFA says, I'd say getting the Lightspeed Dash to work properly in order to get to Sonic's Wave Ocean in Sonic 06, aka the beginning of the game. Yeah, not a polished game. Basic things in that game are a challenge, undoubtedly. You can get good at it. I don't think it's particularly great to get good at, but you can get good at it. I've seen people do it, but boy, that doesn't seem like an effort that's worth it. And Sonic Trainer says, the boss rush in Sonic Frontiers Final Horizon DLC. You're supposed to defeat all 4 Titans back-to-back with 400 rings. While Giganto wasn't bad, Wyvern is ridiculous. One day I'll go back and try to retake the challenge. Yeah. What more can I say that hasn't been said? It's a nasty, nasty thing. Hey, if you're playing on PC, cheat! It's the right way to beat that game. I highly encourage cheating. One more from Knuckles87 who says, getting all the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic 2. Only possible with save states, I swear. I will tell you, it is possible without, because I have done so as my childhood self. You can do it. But you really have to learn those stages. You have to learn them quite well. You have to learn them quite well. And with that, we're saying goodbye to our In the Loop this week. We will have another question for you guys next week. But we have a request for now coming in from D. Plus, we got some other songs, too. Hope you enjoy. And I'll catch you guys in a bit.
Let me show you who I am and what I'm here for. Here for. Hey! Trying to reach inside of me. Trying to drain my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of. Simple curiosity. Trying to take a bite of me. Let me show you just what I
everybody, welcome back. That was What I'm Made Of from Sonic Heroes as requested by D, followed up by Masters of the Desert from Sonic Adventure 2, and wrapping it up with Heroes in Halftone from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And that might as well just bring us right into our next Spinbox for you. Epically Epic Guy asks for something that, comes across, it will say, is rather relevant to the current state of the series. Epically Epic Guy asks, what crossover for the Sonic franchise would you like to see next? So let me tell you about the Smurfs and how it's the perfect crossover for it's oh boy. The real answer is I don't have a lot of crossovers that I want to see with the Sonic series. There aren't a lot of them. Like I kind of miss the Mario and Sonic Olympics. I am not a massive fan of those games, but I like them enough, and I like them as sort of the weird party game where it smashes these two sets of characters together. And I especially liked it in the more recent Tokyo one, where it gave it a little bit more narrative. I would like one where the narrative gets weird. I want weirder narrative out of my Mario and Sonic games. But, I don't know, there's weird crossovers right now, but in light, yeah, I'm kind of with Knuckles. It's just like, yeah, probably just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's really the only thing I can think of that's like, you know what, that, it makes enough sense to me. It makes enough sense, like, and it's not even like, oh, I really want the comics where the Ninja Turtles and the Sonic characters get together and do... It's like, I just want that CrossWorlds DLC. I want to see the Ninja Turtles CrossWorlds DLC. I want to see the track. I want to see the car in full 3D rendering. I want to see the characters in that. I just watched Mutant Mayhem? Is it Mutant Mayhem or Mutant Madness? The most recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles CG movie last night for the first time. It was alright. It wasn't completely doing it for me, but it was alright. It was a decent time. I am being corrected here, or clarified here, it is Mayhem. Like, if that's what they want the Turtles to look like for a little while, it's fine with me. I've been through a lot of versions of Ninja Turtles. This version is perfectly fine. But, yeah, just announce this DLC set. Announce it. Reveal this freaking Avatar project so you can announce the Avatar DLC. Just do it. Do it so I can see it, so I can get excited about it. That's my answer, Ninja Turtles. If you want to make a story about it, sure. Put the Turtles in Sonic Rumble. You know what? Put the Turtles in Sonic Rumble. There you go. That's what you do. Put them in Sonic Rumble. Put the 1980s. No. Like, go, you know what? Go different eras of Turtles. Have, like, different eras of different Turtles as the different skins, and then they're so big on, like, having, hey, different versions of skins for different characters. Well, you got different versions of Turtles. It'd be fine. It'd be great. Solid. It's a good idea. It's the best idea. And they're still animals. It's all good. Escape is saying Goku and Sonic. There is no place where Sonic belongs in the Dragon Ball tier list. Even Super Sonic, I do not think has a reasonable place in the Dragon Ball tier list. Like, maybe Supersonic could beat Krillin, but I think that's probably where he maxes out. Like, I think that's the beginning of end of it. Like, I don't think Supersonic could beat the most current powered-up version of Piccolo. Like, that's where power scaling in Dragon Ball has gotten. Hypersonic. Dodo's bringing up Hypersonic. Hypersonic is a myth. Hypersonic is the myth we tell ourselves because we really like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I am assuming he does not technically exist. Thank you, Epically Epic Guy. And we have a request from Epically Epic Guy as well. We also have one from the Karma Collector. Hope you enjoy these. And I'll see you on the other side.
This
Hey, welcome back. That was Infinite from Sonic Forces, requested by Epically Epic Guy, followed up by I Am All of Me from Shadow the Hedgehog, requested by the Karma Collector in 1994. Wrapping it up with Lamprey Attack from Brütal Legend. I think about time for a quiz, and we're bringing back a new favorite. That's right. It's time for a Jack Ask. We here at SEGASonic Radio are always big fans of the You Don't Know Jack games, and I put together a bunch of You Don't Know Jack style questions for you. See if you can guess what the answer is. Your question for this week's Jack Ask is Heavy Metal Sonic. If Dr. Eggman wanted to make a much harder boss fight, which robot should he build? A. Tungsten Sonic, B. Cobalt Sonic, C. Titanium Sonic, or D. Iron Sonic? As always, you can guess in chat if you want. If you don't want to guess in chat, if you don't want to be spoiled, go ahead and hide chat. And we'll let you know the answer after Versus Metal Sonic here from Sonic Mania. Enjoy! Catch you guys in a bit. That was Versus Metal Sonic from Sonic Mania. Once again, your Jack Ask question is, if Dr. Eggman wanted to make a much harder boss fight, which robot should he build? Tungsten Sonic, Cobalt Sonic, Titanium Sonic, or Iron Sonic? And the answer is Tungsten is among the hardest elemental metals, according to the Mohs, Vickers, and Brunel hardness scales. He should build Tungsten Sonic. I don't know how fast Tungsten Sonic could be, but it would certainly be a harder boss fight. Hope you enjoyed our Jack Ask for the evening. That's the end of quizzes, but it's not the end of mail. We've got another Spinbox in. Sonic Trainer asks, what is your favorite island in the Sonic series? That's very specific, Sonic Trainer. Coco Island from Tales Adventure, I guess. Like, it's the location in it that is, like, the most... It is the one place that feels more like a place where it doesn't feel like a hodgepodge of zones in it. It feels like a more unified location, because if like you can look at the map in Sonic Adventure 2 as sort of like, oh, this area flows into this area, and this area is near this area, and it just kind of goes off, and it just kind of feels like, no, this doesn't feel like any continuous place. You're telling me that their San Francisco is... Oh, wait. Actually, it might be more believable that I'm giving credit that their San Francisco is adjacent to a desert. Maybe... A desert with ancient ruins, though, maybe I'm a little bit more skeptical of that. I don't know. Angel Island's a weird one. Angel Island is like, okay, cool. An island from the ancient Echidna cultures that is floating in the sky. But also there is a functional carnival there that still runs and operates. For some reason. All the rest of the locations are just like, I don't know, like ancient ruins, underwater ancient ruins, mushroom forest, tropical forest that catches fire. But then there's just like a carnival area. Why is there a carnival? I don't know. Ancient carnival. Ancient carnival. There you go. I'm still going with Coco Island from Tales Adventure, because I like Tales Adventure, and it feels like a space that you get to explore. And with that, we do have a request. We've got one from Sonic Trainer. We've also got one from Hasbomi. So let's head over to Sonic Generations 3DS. Enjoy! And I'll catch you guys in a bit. that was Big Arms from Sonic Generations 3DS, requested by Sonic Trainer. Followed up by You Will Know Our Names from Xenoblade Chronicles, as requested by Hasbomi. Wrapping it up with Sunset Heights, Sonic Adventure Music Experience version from Sonic X Shadow Generations. Got one more Spinbox for you tonight before we wrap up. This one comes in from Dodo, who is being very Dodo tonight, and asked if Robotnik's out on a wall and Robotnik had a great fall, would all his badniks be able to put him together again? Like, not until he takes on the name Eggman. Not until he takes on the name Eggman. If he's just Robotnik, well, he's not the Eggman. That's not what he am. So he wouldn't be sitting on the wall, and he would not have the fall. You're describing an impossible scenario if we're still referring to him as Robotnik. If he has not taken on the mantle of the Eggman, well then, this question would not apply to him. So that's the answer. Thank you, Dodo, I suppose. Maybe. Probably not, but I will be polite and say yes, thank you. We have a request from Dodo. It's our last request for the evening. And we've got a couple others. Yes, I am aware of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog moment where this was a thing. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog sure was a thing. Anyhow, here's some more Project Chaos. Enjoy. I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey everyone, that was Scrambled Eggman from Sonic 3 and Knuckles Project Chaos. That's a remix from Brain Cells and Snappleman. You can find it and so many more fantastic remixes and remix albums over at ocremix.org. Go check them out. They do great work and continue to do great work to this day. That was requested by Dodo, and it was indeed our last request for the evening. But we also listened to Run Through the Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure and Seeker of Truth from Persona 4 Arena. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's high-energy episode. Not exactly high energy coming from me, but hey, this is the last moment to actually celebrate this, since we did have to delay the episode a day. Happy Pi Day! I can't celebrate Friday the 13th this episode, but I can celebrate Pi Day. And in celebration, I went ahead and enjoyed a nice slice of apple during the episode. Hope you had a chance to have some pie as well tonight. With that though, hey, my opinions are my own, but the show broadly is under the banner of Sonic Stadium over at sonicstadium.org, one of the internet's longest running Sonic fan communities. We've got news coverage, we've got forums, we've got all sorts of great stuff going on. We have a lovely little Discord with a great community, both on the Discord and on the forums. Go chat with people. Go talk with other Sonic fans. It's a good time. Once again, that's sonicstadium.org. You can see it up in the top banner right this second, as well as some of our other socials. It's a good time. But with that, all good times must end, and while I cannot welcome you to the weekend, welcome, it's the weekend? It is the weekend. It is the weekend. So let's listen to some Sonic Boom. Enjoy! Catch you guys next week.
Side of the rainbow. It's alright, take a chance, 'cause there is no circumstance that you can't handle when you use your mind. Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. The Sonic Boom through all emotions. The Sonic Time is now, he can't hide. Find the power deep inside and make it happen. Make it happen. Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom through all emotions. Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. Sonic
I think to close things off, I was just looking for music, and it was like, well, I want to find something from this album, from this game. And then I landed on this, and it was like, oh, this goes places. This goes places I was not expecting it to. So let's go some places that I wasn't expecting us to. Peace, everyone.